friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited today. It is my very first design team video for G's Embellishment Emporium, and today I'm going to create a pumpkin head witch doll for you using some of the really nice products from G's store. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to use, and then we'll just go ahead and get started because I don't want this video to be too long. Alright, he sent me some of these styrofoam pumpkins, and these are going to be the witch's head. I've got some orange baker's twine, and he's got these really neat rhinestone buckles, and this is going to be a embellishment on the witch's hat. I'm going to make 3, so that's the reason why I'm holding up 3. And then he's got some really neat charms, lots of charms in his store, very inexpensive, and these are little skull charms. I'm going to make her a little necklace to wear. Now the rest of the stuff is pretty much just craft supplies. Paint, I've got a green marker, sponge brush. I'm going to make her little broom out of a skewer stick. And then I brought some orange rickrack. I may embellish her dress a little bit, and black cardstock. And I'll give you all those measurements in just a few minutes. And I used a heart punch to create some little hands for her, which it'll all make sense when I get her constructed. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create her face out of the pumpkin, and I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. Now that's the reason why I have the paint and the marker. Now you could do it one of 2 ways. You could just paint her face lime green, or you could use a lime green marker. I might paint one and do one with a marker, and we can compare and see what the difference is. And when I come back to you, I will have her face done. I just want to cut in real quick and show you how easy it is to color the styrofoam with a Sharpie marker, or any kind of alcohol markers that you have. It would be a lot easier. It's going really well if it's easier for you to use a marker instead of the paint. I would suggest using a new marker, a good juicy marker, just so that you would have plenty of color on there. But so far so good. And I'm using a Bic Market is what it's called. And I tell you what, now that I've seen how well and easy it is to color, I'm just going to color all 3 of my pumpkins. I'm not going to mess with the paint, but if you have paint, by all means use paint. But I do want to just show you how easy it was to get my pumpkin green. Just take a black marker, and I'm going to draw a little witch face on there. I am by no means an artist. I just free-handed some pumpkin looking faces that I'm going to call witch faces. There you go, and it will all work out in the end. Okay, so I'm going to put these little heads to the side, and we are ready to start her dress. What you're going to need is a 9-inch circle. You're going to fold it directly in half, just like that, and cut it in half. And I'm only going to construct one of the witches on camera for you, but I was just showing you the 3 different heads. So now you have a half of a circle, a half of a 9-inch circle. And I'm just going to make a cone out of it. I'm going to take the 2 flat sides and match them together and make a cone. That's how simple it is to make her dress, as soon as this glue catches. Alright, so now I have a cone, and that is her dress. Now we're going to construct her arms. And I will have all the measurements below to make her arms. Now her arms are going to be a 2 by 3 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to fold it in half to make a sleeve. And these are going to be her arms or sleeves, whatever you want to call it. I said earlier that I used my heart punch, and I punched out 2 little hearts. Now you could just do 2 little ovals or whatever works for you, but I took a little heart and I folded it in half, and that's going to give me her little hands. And you'll see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put a little spot of glue and put the tip of that heart in the sleeve, and that's going to give me her little hand, the pointy part of the heart. So that just gives a little hand, okay? Find the back of my dress. I'm always going to keep the seam on the back and glue my sleeves onto the dress. Let me go ahead and close up the sleeves. I forgot about that. Find the back of your dress, and about halfway, like where the shoulder would be, gluing one of the sleeves. All right, on the other sleeve. Right, so now I have my dress and my arms done. Now we're ready to make the hat. A 6.5 inch circle and cut it in half just like the dress, but it's 6.5 inches. And I'm going to do the exact same thing and make a little cone. Like I said, the measurements will be down below. We're just making another cone. I'm going to take some scissors. I'm going to cut some little slits like this. About every inch, I'm going to cut a little slit. Then for the brim of the witch's hat, I just took a coffee cup and it was a 3-inch circle, and then I did another little circle inside of it, and I'm going to cut that inner circle out. Okay, once you have your little donut cut enough, you're going to slip it over your cone, glue the little flaps that you cut to the brim of the hat, but just kind of work the paper and it will turn into a little witch hat. Just be sure and get enough glue on there and trim off any extra edges that are showing. Use one of these little buckles for a decorative part of the hat. The rickrack through the buckle. So that's going to be how her hat is embellished. We're going to make her a little necklace. Okay, just a knot in the baker's twine, and that's how I create her necklace. Get her head attached to the body. A pair of scissors or something kind of sharp, and just kind of hull out a little hole in the bottom. You know, kind of make a cone shape so that the pumpkin head will rest on the top of that dress a little bit. I'm just kind of culling out a little bit. You could probably even pick it out with your hands a little bit. Gonna put a little glue in there, in that little hole, and I'm going to stick it. Don't forget to put your necklace on there first. Stick her head on the dress and just hold it till it catches and dries. So it's so far. All right, the next thing we're going to do is make her little broom. Now this is a little skewer stick. You can get them in the kitchen section. They're to put on the grill with vegetables and things. Just for a guide, I'm going to make her broom about to her shoulder. You can just break it off. Instead of fooling with paint, I'm just going to take a permanent marker, color it black. To make her broom, I'm going to take my baker's twine and wrap it around my 3 fingers about 20 times. Got a roll of 20. Cut this end loose, and I'm going to cut this end loose. Okay, to finish the broom, I got my wood stick, and then I took about a 6-inch piece of baker's twine and all these little pieces that I cut. Stick my stick in the center of those strands like that. Be sure and try to keep them even. And it's just like a real broom is constructed. I'm going to take this long strand and wrap it around. Put a little drop of glue down in there. Once you get it all attached to the stick, you might have a couple that straggle out. Cut them off even. There you have your little witch's broom. So let me go ahead and finish her up, and I will show you finished witch. All right, friends, I came down to my dining room with my trio of witches, and how I finished them out are pretty much self-explanatory, but I'll zoom in a little closer so you can get a better look. Now, I had 3 different colors of baker's twine from G's store. I had the orange, the green, and the purple, and that's what I played off of. And I just had some matching rickrack, and I trimmed the witches' dresses in coordinating colors, and then their little necklaces are with the baker's twine as well. The buckles on their hats. I think they turned out pretty cute. It's some good alternative uses for some of these products. And I know my grandchildren will certainly love seeing these when they get here in a couple days. So I hope it inspires you in some way, and they were a lot of fun to make. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.